Welcome to This Explainer. Okay, today we are going to completely demystify the 2026 startup landscape. Look, if you've been sitting on the sidelines lately, just kind of wondering where you fit into the future of business, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to explore over 50 profitable business ideas for the coming year, and we'll be organizing them onto what I like to call the escalator of entrepreneurship. So whether you're starting with absolutely zero capital or you're a seasoned tech founder looking for your next massive exit, I promise you there's a step on this escalator for you.
But hey, before we jump into the ideas, I want to ground us with this really fantastic quote from Natalie Dawson. For all you 9-to-5ers listening right now, the dream of wealth and independence, it isn't some mystical secret. As Dawson says, you actually have what other people are able to have, you just have to learn very specific things. You actually can create your dream life. It's really just about learning specific, actionable things. It's about picking the right problem to solve and just taking that first step. $13 billion. Let that sink in for a second. That is the staggering projected size of just the AI agent market by the end of 2026. The shift we're seeing right now is honestly unprecedented. You really don't need to wait for the perfect moment anymore because the perfect conditions, they're happening right now, this year. There's a massive wave opportunity across multiple sectors, and that is exactly what we're going to break down for you. All right, so here's our game plan. We'll start with the macro 2026 startup landscape, step onto low-cost ideas for beginners, move into the online and creative economy, scale up to tech apps and SaaS, dive deep into the AI agent revolution, and finally, we'll wrap up with future-proof green and health tech. Let's get into it. Okay, kicking things off with Section 1, the 2026 startup landscape. So what's the vibe right now? It's honestly incredibly favorable for founders. With lean tools, cloud platforms, and early AI integration totally shattering old barriers to entry, you no longer need a massive workforce. Actually, you barely need heavy funding to launch anymore. Capital is flowing rapidly into tech-driven ventures, and global valuations are really reflecting this shift. Think about it. The wellness economy is sitting at a staggering $7 trillion, e-learning is charging toward $500 billion, and global cybersecurity spending, that's set to exceed $300 billion this year alone. Now, investors are highly selective right now, sure, but they are aggressively backing ventures with clear product market fit in these massive sectors. Basically, these are the arenas that are completely future-proof. Moving right along to Section 2, low-cost ideas for beginners. Look, not everyone wants to, or honestly should, jump straight into complex industries or try to raise massive venture capital. If you've got virtually zero upfront capital, you just start on the ground floor. There is a really stark contrast in barriers to entry here. On the beginner side, we've got things like dropshipping, where you sell without holding any inventory, virtual assistant services, which really just requires some solid organizational skills, and digital printables. You could literally start these from your kitchen table today. Then, on the tech-heavy side, you have your complex ideas like predictive analytics, ESG SaaS, and cybersecurity. By categorizing the landscape like this, you can immediately find your comfort zone. No capital, no problem. Just start with the beginner concepts. But here's the really cool part. Starting with a beginner concept doesn't mean you're stuck there. Let's look at how you scale up this escalator. You can start completely lean at step 1 as a solo freelance writer, zero cost, just you and your laptop. Then, as demand grows, you move to step 2, hiring a few others and building a content agency. By 2026, you evolve to step 3, transforming that agency into an automated AI marketing content agent platform, securing that sweet, recurring monthly subscription revenue. You start lean, sure, but you are building toward automated wealth. Let's level up to Section 3, the online and creative economy. Imagine leveraging the digital economy to build true location-independent wealth. This is all about taking your personal passions and combining them with proven digital business models, which lets you test, pivot, and scale super fast without heavy infrastructure dragging you down. For example, a homemaker could start locally by offering healthy meal prep kits right from their own kitchen, just to build trust. Then, you pivot that customer base into a recurring revenue model with subscription wellness boxes. As your brand authority grows, you scale into high-margin e-commerce. Think eco-friendly baby products, handmade pet treats, or you could even monetize your skills globally through online craft workshops. It's just a supernatural, highly profitable evolution. All right, Section 4, tech apps and SaaS. Now, for those of you ready to build software, the ultimate goal is creating incredibly reliable, recurring subscription revenue by solving highly specific business problems. Right now, businesses are literally bleeding money on manual customer support teams. They're slow, they're expensive, and they're inconsistent. But by offering an autonomous AI support agent, you provide an instant, scalable 24/7 alternative. The ROI for your clients is just undeniable. When you build SaaS that directly cuts costs and improves speed like that, businesses will happily pay you a monthly retainer. Which brings us to Section 5, the AI agent revolution. Listen, this is the absolute biggest opportunity category of the year, bar none. We have moved way, way past simple chatbots that just answer text prompts. In 2026, startups are building tools that actually do the work for you. An AI agent in 2026 is a fully autonomous system that plans, executes tasks, makes decisions, and coordinates workflows, all without constant human input. Think about an AI recruitment agent that reads resumes, ranks the candidates, flags skill gaps, and then generates tailored interview questions completely autonomously. Or an AI marketing agent that runs A/B tests and updates your content calendars while you sleep. You aren't just selling a software tool anymore. You are literally selling a highly efficient digital employee. And finally, Section 6, future-proof green and health tech. These multi-billion and trillion-dollar sectors are being aggressively driven forward by two massive forces: strict government regulations and fundamentally shifting human priorities. For instance, the new EU CSRD compliance rules are right now forcing mid-sized companies to adopt really stringent carbon tracking. And guess what? Most of them totally lack the internal tools to do this. So, if you build a SaaS platform for ESG reporting, you're solving an urgent, legally mandated problem. Similarly, massive consumer pressure to eliminate single-use plastics means startups that provide sustainable e-commerce packaging are locking in some incredibly lucrative long-term B2B supplier contracts. And hey, if you want a piece of that massive $7 trillion wellness market we mentioned earlier, here is your playbook timeline. Month 1, you launch a super lean fitness app MVP, just the basic tracking features to get started. By month 6, you've built an audience, so you add high-margin online nutrition coaching. And then by year 1, you escalate that digital community into high-ticket, physical premium wellness retreats. You're perfectly bridging the gap between digital convenience and immersive physical experiences. Then, at the absolute highest tech frontier of the health space, we're seeing organizations like the Cure Innovation Index tracking the top 9 precision medicine startups of 2026. These are the founders doing the real heavy lifting, turning deep scientific discovery into actionable precision medicine. What this tells us is that whether you're launching a simple fitness app from your couch or engineering the literal future of healthcare, the appetite for wellness solutions right now is basically infinite. Well, we've covered the entire escalator today, from zero-cost freelance writing all the way up to fully autonomous AI agents and billion-dollar green tech compliance tools. The conditions have never been better, the tools have never been leaner, and the opportunities are right there in front of you. So the only question left for you as a focused learner is this: which 2026 problem are you going to solve first? Pick your spot on the escalator, take some action today, and I'll see you in the next explainer.